All right, seatbelts on, because what I'm about to share isn't the polished fairy tale Meghan Markle built for the world. Before the tiaras, palaces, and royal headlines, there was a part of her story quietly, no, deliberately erased. Now, whispers from those close to her ex-husband, Trevor Angleson, are making it hard to keep hidden. Trevor, a Hollywood producer who later married Meghan, once told friends something didn't add up. He'd notice gaps, ask questions, and feel an unsettling sense that her timeline wasn't straight. And he wasn't wrong. Behind the sparkle was a secret marriage, not forgotten, but intentionally wiped clean. Let's rewind to 1994, Chicago. Meghan, young and restless, with dreams far bigger than her world. Joe Giuliano, a warm, traditional Italian-American boy, believed love meant roots, not escape. Meghan dreamed of freedom and cameras, but for a time, none of that mattered. They were young, reckless, and in love, or so they thought. One impulsive night, they eloped. No rebellion, no crowd, just a small Las Vegas chapel, flickering candles, and two teenagers whispering forever into the dark. It should have been romantic. It should have been beautiful.
But that forever barely survived a season. Within months, the cracks showed. Joe's close, old-fashioned family had welcomed Meghan warmly at first, opening their home, their hearts, and their dinner table. But soon, little inconsistencies began to pile up. Her stories shifted, sometimes about school, sometimes about her age. One day, she'd claim she graduated in 1994, another day hint at being older. Documents didn't line up, and Joe's mother noticed. It wasn't one big lie, but many small, polished contradictions. Then it clicked. Meghan wasn't a mystery. She was a strategy. The Giulianos valued loyalty, faith, and family. But Meghan brought talk of Hollywood, auditions, and escape. At first, it sounded like ambition, but they soon sensed it was calculated. She didn't want roots. She wanted launch pads. Joe's father once told her at dinner, "Marriage is about roots, not wings." Meghan smiled, but her eyes were already gone. She started skipping dinners, ignoring calls, spending more time in Los Angeles. What they saw wasn't rebellion, it was rejection. By early 1995, the marriage was unraveling. Then came the shock. Meghan was pregnant. For the Giulianos, proud and private Catholics, this wasn't joy, but panic. Scandal was unacceptable, and raising a child amid chaos was unthinkable. Night after night, they whispered and prayed for answers. In the end, they made a choice that changed everything. The Giulianos would raise the baby. Meghan would leave. No court fights, no records, just a silent, devastating agreement. That summer, a baby girl was born. No headlines, no photos, no name tied to Meghan. To the world, she simply didn't exist. Neighbors sometimes spotted a baby at Giuliano family gatherings. Dark curls, big brown eyes, a bright smile. They assumed she belonged to some relative. No one asked, no one dared. And Meghan, she was gone, off chasing auditions and college dreams. To the Giulianos, it wasn't ambition anymore. It was betrayal. They had given her love and family, but she returned it with secrets and silence. The marriage ended quietly, no drama, no spotlight, just a legal annulment sealed away like it never existed. Meghan moved on. The Giulianos vanished. Their once lively home, filled with Sunday laughter and pasta aromas, fell silent. One day, a moving truck came, and by nightfall, the house was empty. No note, no address, no trace. Some said they fled to Italy. Others whispered they changed their names to protect the little girl. Whatever happened, they never returned. Meghan's first marriage was wiped from existence. For nearly 30 years, no one spoke a word. But secrets don't die. They wait. Slowly, whispers began again. Not from tabloids, but from those who'd once shared Giuliano dinners. Over quiet coffee chats, their voices trembled. One neighbor finally said, We didn't hide her secret to protect a lie. We hid it to protect a child. That single line changed everything. Suddenly, the long-dismissed rumors, the Vegas wedding, the baby, the disappearance, didn't sound like gossip anymore. They sounded like a truth buried deep, waiting to be unearthed. And if that's true, the question lingered. Where was the child now? Whispers grew into stories, stories into theories. Some believed the little girl born in 1995 had grown up far from Chicago, maybe overseas, maybe under a new name. A few claimed she'd been raised believing she belonged to another branch of the family. Others whispered she'd started piecing the truth together herself. One tale said she'd found old letters hidden in a yellow drawer written in a hand she didn't recognize, and a photograph of a woman whose face mirrored her own. Same eyes, same spark. When she asked about the woman, her relatives only repeated 3 chilling words: "It's better forgotten." But how long can a secret like that stay buried? Those who remembered the Giulianos said the girl grew into a strong, graceful woman, fierce like her mother, kind like her father. Some even swore she returned to that same Las Vegas chapel, standing beneath flickering lights, tracing the ghost of 2 reckless lovers who thought forever was real. And there she understood. Truth doesn't die, it waits. Now fast forward. Meghan Markle, Duchess of Sussex, living a new chapter in California, far from palaces and royal protocol. But somewhere beneath the California sun, her past was stirring again. And at the center of it stood one man, Trevor Angleson. He loved her once, long before the crown, before the spotlight, before the world knew her name. He'd seen it all, the warmth and the ice, the dreamer and the strategist. Years after their marriage ended, Trevor reportedly confided in a few close friends, sending chills through them. There was always something she never told me, something that didn't add up. At first, people assumed he meant her Hollywood past. But when whispers, missing records, the secret wedding, and the vanished family began to connect, it seemed far bigger. This wasn't just a youthful mistake. It was a life Meghan had spent years burying. Imagine realizing the woman the world calls a duchess might also be the mother you never knew, the one who left and built an empire on reinvention. Those close to the Giulianos say the girl isn't angry, only quietly seeking answers. Meghan remains silent, no denial, no explanation, perhaps knowing that silence shields better than truth. Trevor's remark that something never added up could be the first crack in the wall she built. If real, this secret explains the gaps, the shifts, and the guarded past. Meghan mastered reinvention. Chicago girl, Hollywood actress, royal duchess, California celebrity mom, each chapter brighter than the last, built on ashes that never fully vanish, lingering in whispers and unanswered questions. Maybe the truth isn't lost, just buried in Chicago, in that vanished house, sealed files, or hidden in a little girl's laughter. The past haunts those who try to outrun it, which is why this story refuses to die. Whispers resurface every few years, because deep down, people sense something missing, and perhaps that missing piece is a daughter. The Giulianos chose silence over scandal, exile over exposure. But the world outside no longer lives in quiet corners. Time has a way of peeling back layers, and what was once whispered behind closed doors now echoes across digital timelines. Old neighbors talk more freely, old friends remember with sharper detail, and some quietly recall a young Meghan wearing a wedding band she never cared to explain. Trevor's quiet confession carried weight. Not a full story, no evidence, no names, just a single line that hung in the air like smoke. Something never added up. And with Meghan Markle, even silence has a way of screaming louder than words. The story doesn't live in glossy headlines or fiery royal feuds anymore. It drifts like a ghost through the past, back to a time before crowns, palaces, or red carpets. It lingers in the shadows of a forgotten Las Vegas night, where a young woman whispered forever in a dimly lit chapel and then walked away as if none of it had ever existed. Perhaps this is the chapter the world was never supposed to read, a secret folded deep into the fabric of her rise to fame. Yet the past has a stubborn way of catching up. No matter how far she runs, how dazzling the spotlight becomes, the shadows stretch behind her, carrying the weight of what she left behind. A fractured family that vanished from public view, a child still searching for unanswered questions, and a truth buried just beneath the surface, waiting for the right moment to be heard.